The upcoming open-world FPS game Atomic Heart, even though having been revealed many times now with different gameplay and trailers, is still one of the most mysterious upcoming games that I know of. From every footage that has been revealed, you just never know what's going on. But one thing I do know is it does look extremely exciting, whatever I'm looking at. From the beginning, Atomic Heart has been compared to either Bioshock, with all of its weird story elements and graphics, and Fallout for its first-person gameplay. There's a good reason for that, just as the Fallout series is making fun of Americans who had an obsession towards radiation and atomic power at the time. Well, Atomic Heart's visuals, setting, and unsettling enemies draw heavily from the bombastic scientific and behaviors that took place in research labs of Russia, or most importantly, the Soviet Union. A lot of people have been consistently talking about Atomic Heart on the channel, wondering where the hell did it go and why do we never have any updates. Well, for once I can finally share some good news, as the project just received plenty of new details from a Q&A session, and with the confirmation of a new gameplay trailer coming soon, which will show how much the game has changed, in a good way. Now, first of all, the official description of Atomic Heart is as said. It is an adventure first-person shooter, events of which unfold in an alternative universe during the high noon of the Soviet Union. The main character of the game is a spatial agent, who was sent to a highly secret object by the Soviet government after something went wrong and it went completely radio silent. And as you can see in the gameplay, something definitely went wrong, as it is just full of weirdness. It is a complete Soviet setting with a pitch of insanity, action-packed gameplay, and a thrilling story that will keep you entertained for the whole duration of your journey into the world of Atomic Heart. So let's start with the new details. The very first Q&A answer is about where the game is in development as we speak. Here is the developer's answer. All of the game's function, mechanics, and systems are written and functioning. Most of the features are polished and are already in the game. Currently, we are scaling the content, adjusting the combat, improving the shooting, adding micro cutscenes where necessary, implementing story cutscenes, and everything related to the narrative of the game. This is the most important stage in terms of the direction of the game as a whole piece. We are quite close to the point where the game can be seen in its entirety, with highly detailed levels, mechanics, animations, and sound. So in no time now you'll be able to see much more of Atomic Heart. They have also confirmed the map that we can see in the gameplay and trailers has almost completely changed and has been improved since its reveal, technically and visually. Another question asked if there will be a new trailer released soon. To that they replied yes, one is coming very soon, in which I will be covering on the channel. One particular question asked if the combat will feature any gore, and they replied by saying the combat is quite gory, as well as all of the other parts of the game, so not just combat. We will experience plenty of gore, they said. They also goes on to say you cannot pet any dog in Atomic Heart, but one thing for sure is you'll be able to pet a pig, which is even better, right? Next up, they talk about the lore of Atomic Heart. Atomic Heart lore is developed as much as possible for a game of this genre. There are many different entities in the game, variously intertwined with the complex system and interconnections between each other. Some of the entities, such as the collective ecosystem, affect how the robots interact with each other in-game, and during the game you can study how they work, try different interactions, and see how the system reacts to each action. Each robot, each creature, and technology in the game has its own aim and purpose and story that you can discover while roaming around. There's also going to be stories of the past employees that live there, like radio broadcast and such. About how large is the world planned to be is the next question. The world size is not so huge for the modern standard, but it is filled with absolutely incredible events. They said, we strive not to spread the tiniest layer of butter over a tremendous piece of bread. We do the opposite, create concentrated pleasure for the player, bring them the experiences that they won't get in other games. In such context, size of the world no longer matters. How long will it take to finish the game? It will take around 20 hours to finish the main story, but in order to properly understand it, most likely you'll need to do it several times. Will the inventory be limited, or can we use any amount of weapons, resources, and other necessary items? To which they replied, the inventory is not limited but will give you stamina debuff when you are encumbered, which affects your agility and reaction. So tidying up your inventory is a must. Can you play the game as a shoot and run game? Do you need to conserve ammo like Parade 2017, or will there be a lot of ammo like in Bioshock? Atomic Heart in some sense is a run and gun game. If you shoot then run, everything is set up in a way that it's not advised to make noise, as the collective network has threat mechanics. The network will harshly react to perpetrators, and a loud gunshot is a serious reason to react, by sending a new party of robots to your location. Another question asked, will there be optional or side quests available in the game? Of course there are side quests. There are not many of them, after all the game is not about that, but the side quests will complement the plot, reveal it a bit more. How many guns and melee weapons will be available in the full game? There will be at least 10 of each type, which can all be crafted, as well as resources that can be crafted. Another question is this going to be a full-on fiction Soviet game or have some historical elements in it? To which they responded, we are not trying to make a historically accurate game. The game tells about the events of those years, such as the Great Patriotic War, which is World War II for those born outside the USSR, and other significant historical events. But there definitely will be people who will think that we have gone crazy and mix the events of quite different years into a single tight bundle. We will not convince anyone, perhaps we are really crazy. And finally, the last important question asked if there will be multiple endings, to which they said it is a secret, so I'd guess it is confirmed. You'll have to make different choices in the game. Alright guys, I'm super excited to see how far Atomic Heart has gone, and if you'd like to see more videos on it very soon, make sure to drop a like here and subscribe to stay tuned. Thanks to Pedro Oliveira and Chickly Boy for being a master member on the channel. You can become a survivor member for 99 cents only. It'll support me and the channel as a whole. Thanks for watching.